to all my beautiful souls out there. This is Tina Marie J, ready to give you another podcast style video. The last video that I have posted, I talked a little bit about manipulation in the ICOC, the things that they do and say to manipulate you and to keep you there. If you were a part of that church, and I'm sure that you know that there are many ways that they manipulate, but don't get it twisted, not even for a moment. Do not think that that means just because you leave that the manipulation ends. If you remain friends with certain members who have that kind of mindset where they feel the need to have to insert themselves into your business constantly. And this is the reason why I no longer speak to anyone from the ICOC other than my own personal, closest, best friends that I knew from way before the ICOC. Other than that, I don't talk to anyone else anymore. It was not necessarily by choice. We just kind of fell off, the few people that I did remain in contact with. But I personally feel better just keeping to myself. When you leave the ICOC or any cult, it kind of causes you to feel like you have to protect yourself even more from certain people. Let's just talk a bit about these two things that you may have heard, you may have been told these things before. The first one is God put these people in your life. The second thing you may have heard before is God put you in this church. So let's first start with God put these people in your life. If you try to leave the ICOC, you may have been told that by someone, even the leaders in the church, after letting them know that you're thinking about leaving or that you no longer feel like you're growing spiritually here. I know that for me, when I decided to leave, that was one of the things that I was told by one of my discipling partners who I have become very close friends with. She said to me that God put these people in my life. And I held on to that for a while because I did feel some sort of guilt. By the way, if you hear chewing in the background, I'm sorry, my dog is eating. Of course, my dogs have to make some sort of noise every time I make a video. When I first left, I still had the ICOC mentality. I still had the thinking in my head. So, of course, I really did believe a part of what she said. It's kind of hard to describe. It's almost like you don't really believe these things, but at the same time, because you were taught this and because you were a part of this for X amount of time, it's almost like you don't know how to not believe. You don't know how to not take personal what others say. So because of that, whatever you are told by the members that are in the church, sometimes it can really get to you and it can really make you feel like maybe they're right. What if they're right? What if I'm really sabotaging something? What if I'm really screwing myself up? And that is all a part of not trusting yourself, not trusting your own intuition, not trusting who you are, and trusting your own gut instincts. If this is something that you're dealing with, then one thing I would suggest that you might want to try doing is getting to the core of yourself and getting to know the core of yourself. Thinking to yourself, did God really put all of these people? I mean, did God put you and you and you here? Because I'm not feeling very good right now. I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel good about where I am. I don't feel like I'm growing here. I don't feel like this is a church for me. I just cannot relate to the way that you teach, or I cannot relate to the things you say. Whatever it is that's bothering you, that's making you feel like you want to leave, you have to really question that. And if you are a very firm believer in God, then ask yourself, would God really put me in a church like this where I feel like I can't do this and I can't do that? I constantly have to try my best to reach a certain limit. Like I have to make it to the top in order to be considered spiritually strong or valued spiritually. Would God really put people like this in my life? Would God really put me here? And then the next thing you may hear is, God put you in this church. God put you here. God put these people in your life. Again, ask yourself, would God really put me in a church like this? Or did I just happen to get invited and just brought myself here? Let's just say maybe God did put you in this church. This is just me. I'm not saying everyone thinks like this or should. I personally do feel and believe that we have a season. We have a season for people in our life. We have a season and a phase for where we are personally in our own life. And sometimes these seasons can teach us something. So maybe you're in that church right now. That does not mean that you must continue to subject yourself to whatever kind of emotional or spiritual abuse you're going through. And if you feel like these videos speak to you, then you know that I am definitely talking to you. Don't allow what other members in any church that you're a part of make you feel like if you feel something is wrong and you feel like you want to venture out and you want to just kind of get to know something else, don't ever let anyone else tell you you're wrong for doing that. Because if God is so powerful and unlimited and everywhere, why do we have to stay here? Why is this the one place? Why can't I go to another church? Or why can't I check out that new church? Why can't I leave my area and go to a church even though it's 30 minutes away, but I went one Sunday and I enjoyed it? Why can't I go again? Why? Why would God limit you? You know, there's so many churches, so many freaking churches in this world. Like, how could you really, really believe that this one church is the only one? And you don't have to listen to me. You know, don't listen to me. I just speak for people to just kind of think a little bit differently sometimes. It's okay to accept opinions and to accept suggestions from other people of the unknown. It's okay to think a little bit more. And definitely think for yourself and really think, did God really put these people in my life? Did God really put me here? I know there's going to be people who's going to be arguing about this, specifically people who are in the ICOC. The reason why I also said the manipulation does not end there is because I've had people try to pull it on me still, like as if I don't know what they're doing. I've had people email me after watching my channel and say, oh, the church is really not like that. Mine is really good. It's nothing like the one that you were a part of. I'm sorry that you feel this way and you've decided to fall away and to stray and to leave God behind. But here's my number. Give me a call so we can talk about it. No, I don't want to talk to you. I have nothing to say. I have no reason to call you. And that's a part of it. You know, they will throw in some things to try to make it sound like, yeah, I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to just reach out because I care and I'm a caring and loving Christian. But you are also saying that I left God and I'm a fall away. And they throw in these little words that the ICOC loves to use. And then at the end, of course, P.S., here goes my phone number. Give me a call. And this is what they do in the church. And this is what they will do outside of the church if you have any kind of connection to them. So I have received emails like that. All the comments, all of the little slick statements that people may make to you. Now, this is what I want you to do. Listen very carefully, okay? Take all of those statements and all of those opinions and toss it completely out the window. And those aren't even the real words I want to use. The real words I want to use aren't right. For YouTube reasons and for consideration of my other viewers here who are, in fact, still Christian, I will not say what I really want to say. But just toss it out the window and just tell them, you know what, I'm good, thanks. Or don't say anything at all. I hope this video, as always, helped you guys out. If you have not gotten a chance yet to join my Beautiful Souls group, be sure to look down in the description box. My Beautiful Souls group is on Facebook. It's a closed group, so there will be some questions you will have to answer. It's to help keep the privacy and protection of the members. Also, if you want to speak to me, get any kind of advice, I do one-on-one over the phone. Just go on my website, make a schedule appointment, and talk to me if you want some real detailed advice about your situation or whatever it is. Or if you just want to share your story, share your experience, then you can just simply follow me on Facebook or Instagram, which I also have down below in the description box, okay? Oh, and one last thing, I do have my digital workbook on spiritual recovery for sale, so make sure you check that out down in the description box. I love you guys all so much. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next video.